Hey, the only problem with your offer is that people can't actually feel what they're buying. Let's get into it. Your core offer really is just a promise of a result that actually fixes their biggest problem. I think you know that, but we want them to know that. So it's not, they're not looking for getting more things like, Voxer access or an extra hour of coaching or, 56 videos or 12 weeks. All that stuff is just stuff. If they thought you could fix it in 5 minutes, they would still buy it. So that's what we don't want to focus on when it comes to the offer. Not any of that. People don't buy the container per se. They only buy the outcomes that they believe that you can actually deliver on. And that's what we have to focus on. Every one of my seven-figure coaches in my agency, that's what they do. They don't focus on all the little stuff that people get that they don't really care about as much. Most health coaches don't struggle because their offer stinks. That's not really the issue. It's because their potential client can't feel it. They can't feel what they're going to get or walk away with. So let me just kind of tell you what I mean. A lot of offers sound like this, something along these lines. I help, busy moms create sustainable habits so they can feel better in their bodies. That sounds fine, but it's really boring and it doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't tell you exactly what they're getting. That's why they can't feel it. And that's why they're not buying. And that's why it makes it harder to buy, because they've heard this 3,000 other times just in the last week from a lot of different people. That's how it goes. They don't know what they get exactly with your offer. They don't know how fast it works, and they don't know what they'll feel like once you actually deliver on it. So that makes it a problem, and that's why they're not taking the next step. Now, what you want to do is compare something like that to this. I help busy moms stop the evening energy crash and feel steady energy again in 30 days without cutting carbs or living in the gym. Yeah, I know that's a lot longer, but it's a lot more specific too. And you can shorten it up, but I think you get my point. That lands. That tells them what they're going to get, when they're going to get it, so that they know what they have going in. They're like, okay, they can picture themselves in that immediately. And there's no explanation. You don't have to explain what they're getting. That's the best part of this. So whether you deliver, like I said, Voxer access or 56 videos or 5 videos, it doesn't really matter. Groups, whatever. Clear offers, they just don't need a translation. And so that's what people end up doing, is translating. So if you have to walk someone through the offer, it's probably not clear enough. Feeling comes from specificity, not detail. And so abstract outcomes don't give them this feeling, but concrete outcome does give them one. So what you're looking for from them is relief. When you're talking to them, you see that relief, and we've all seen that come over their face. Relief that they now have a plan, relief that the guessing is over, and that somebody, namely you, has really thought this through and can give it to them. That's what they want. All right, so now you've got your offer clear. You've got to make sure your pricing is right. You can't start discounting at this point, or second guessing what your pricing should be or what should be included or not included. If you're trying to explain your prices to people, then you didn't fix your offer. Next up, I'm going to cover pricing, and man, it's a doozy.